So the two biggest questions that are going to come up when somebody watches this right now, and I want to make sure that we answer. Number one, that's completely bullshit because people are just going to say that straight up, which is awesome. And I want to be able to answer that. Number two, how the hell has he done it? So let's cover that. So when it comes to what's going on in Mr. Aaron Selkirk's world, when it comes to the business, let's just go in a nutshell. What's going on? What are you being able to achieve? What does the business actually look like?
What's the business look like right now? I guess we're doing, is it 137,000 Australian dollars a month. We have 78 customers at the moment.
Nice.
I have to double check that, but yeah, we sell everything on subscription, as I've sort of told you guys before. But
yes, good.
But yeah, that's where the current business currently is. We just raised some money as well from external investors, because we want to open 2 new gyms next year. So one in August and the next one in December, January. So that's what's going on.
Dude, that's exciting. Okay, how many trainers are on board? What does the business actually look like? How's the operation running?
We have 15 trainers and 15 staff and 14 trainers. So we have one guy who is not a trainer, and he works on the systems and the management side. He's the financial guy and the operations guy, because I'm pretty terrible at using Excel. So, and I struggle with 1 + 1. So, yeah, I needed someone else, and he was a good friend of mine, and like a economics student, studied master's economics and stuff like that. So
nice. Okay, this is really good. Now, obviously, I laugh as we go through this because you're crushing it and you're doing such a good job. Because the first time we recorded was talking about how you started at 300 a month. I didn't even know how to do the calculations between what's the percentage growth from 300 to 137,000 a month. So whatever that is pretty awesome. Now, when it came to like the problems that faced as you were getting started, so let's help the coaches right now watching us when it comes to, okay, how do I get started? How do I actually get momentum to be able to build to the level that you're at? What were the problems that you were facing that you were really struggling with?
Well, the first problem was I couldn't get clients. So that was the first problem. And now it's a lot easier. But that's the first and main problem I think most coaches face, is that everyone wants to be a personal trainer these days. There's pretty much everyone wants to do it. Or a lot of people want to do it, at least.
Yeah.
It seems like a very attractive job, because you do, what is it? I don't even know anymore, but like, a 7-day course, and then you're then a personal trainer who can then earn $100 an hour, and like doctors don't make that much money. Yeah. So, and they do a 9-year medical degree. So it's a very attractive job for the money aspect. And then it's also attractive because of the freedom of lifestyle. Like if you only want to work 4 hours a day, you can work 4 hours a day and be pretty happy. Like those things as well. So, and people like being healthy. The gym is very popular. So, it's a lot of competition, and you have to work out how to separate yourself from all that mass that sort of wants to get every single client they can get.
Yep.
So I'd say that's one of the biggest things, is learning how to separate yourself and learning how to do marketing. That's a big killer. Obviously, you have to be very good at your job. You can't be a shit personal trainer and charge a lot and then expect people to stay with you. So that's a big thing as well. It's like you finished a PT course and then you think you're ready to fucking go. But, I am still studying, right? I'm still studying. This morning, I was still studying PT, like how to be a better coach, and I have like fucking 14 coaches working for me, and I'm still every week putting in like 5 to 8 hours of study to be a better coach.
Dude, I absolutely love it. And I think that's so important for other people to hear, because I feel like one thing when it comes to how do you grow a business to the level that we're talking, using you as the example, is you've got to be providing an excellent service. And I know Selkirk Performance is providing an excellent service and something that's a big focus on. So when it comes to actually making sure that you're, number one, you're being a good coach, but number two, you're getting your coaches to be a good coach as well. How are you navigating that sea?
So I hired a head of education for my coaches. So we have one guy who's pretty much done like every fucking course you can do. He's a bit of a course slut. So he's I think he calculated he's done like 120 courses. Like, yeah, like something ridiculous, like Poliquin, like top level, Exos, you know, PRI, NKT, like all this random.
All the
like,
acronyms
kilo,
possible.
yeah, every single acronym possible. So, you know, and he wasn't so good at business, right? Amazing coach, like absolute freak, knows fucking everything. And he wasn't so good at business. So I made him an offer to come over here and work for us. He's an Aussie as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's coming over to work for us, and he starts. I flew him over for a month to work with the coaches and educating the coaches and helping us create systems to make our coaching more scalable. So, you know, and then I made him an offer to come and live here and work for us. So, you know, because yeah, he's better than me. So you have to. I think one big tip that I got was when I was starting with this, like one of the CEOs of this massive company that we work with, he said to me, like, I said, like, fuck, man, it's getting pretty hard. And he's like, all you have to do now is to work out to hire people better than you. And I was like, okay. All right. So
That's good advice.
Every single time I try to look for someone better. Like the guys that do my content, they are better than me, you know?
Yep.
Like there's no question about it. Like he's a high school philosophy teacher. So in the study psychology. So, you know, like, so he loves this shit. I don't love making content. I'm terrible.
Dude, Aaron, this is really good that you touched on this, because I feel like a lot of coaches just try and do simply too much. And especially there's like, okay, there's a level that you get to that is sure you're going to have to do a lot of stuff. That's perfectly fine. But to really grow especially past like to a multi-million dollar business, is you need to bring on people. I had a mentor once teach me, this was the game changer for me, is when you have a problem come in, when you have a task come into the business, it's not how do you do it, it's who does it. And you simply start delegating that. And I know that's something that you've gotten really damn good at. So even to showcase that, let's say, what does a day in the life of Aaron look like? What are you actually doing for this business to bring in what you're doing?
Not much anymore. So, a lot. I'm still working a lot. It's unfortunate, but that's cool. Well, okay. This morning, I normally have a clients in the morning, but because of the time of year, it's Christmas time. A lot of clients are traveling at the moment. My mornings generally look like this. I have clients at 7:15.
Yep.
And I have like 2 or 3 clients, and then I normally go for a breakfast. And I'll sit at the cafe and I'll go through our Facebook ad stuff, and then I'll transfer all the information from the Facebook ads onto an Excel, and then I'll check the CPM. Yeah. Check the CPM, check the CPR.
Nice.
CP, yeah. And video views, what it costs for a 10-second video view. I transfer that all to an Excel, and then I send screenshots to my creative guys, because I say, like, this ad's not performing. We need to change something here. Work out what to do. So they go along and they do it. I had to teach them all that stuff. Like, again, they are better than me in certain things, but then they didn't understand the concepts of it all. So I had to teach them that stuff. But the guys, Jonas and John.
Yep.
And then I come down here and I have a chat with the guy who runs the operation stuff. Normally we have a bit of a 20-minute chat about what we need to be doing today. And then we go along and we tick off stuff we use Asana, and that's how we drop out everyone's tasks for the days and all that sort of stuff. So, and then we have weekly goals, like daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we just chip away whatever the stuff is at the moment. But at the moment, mostly my stuff is organizing like big partnerships with companies. And we're doing some stuff on LinkedIn and some stuff there. But the rest of the stuff is mostly outsourced to other parties. And I also have to check with every single team that we have. Like, we've broken the companies down into teams. So like a community team, a team that acquires customers, and then a team that keeps customers. So I just check that everything is going smoothly.
I absolutely love that. Can we quickly dive into that? Because I think that's something a lot of coaches need to understand, is obviously we need to get people coming in. We need to attract and convert. And that's obviously a team doing that. But we also need to make sure that people are staying with us and we're extending their customer lifetime as well. Now, before we maybe even dive into that, just to showcase the numbers, what's an actual client worth to you now that you've got these systems in place?
Our estimated profit on lifetime, so profit on estimated lifetime value is 12,000 euros.
12,000 euros. I hope a lot of coaches actually get that between the two ears right now, because obviously it comes to, all right, You're signing on clients.
That's profit. That's profit. That's
Yes.
after, like, I've estimated like what they cost in my gym. So what sort of square meters they use. What they cost for me drink wise, like with protein shakes, what they cost for me. Yeah. What they cost for us on the like client, the coaching side. So how much we pay the coaches to do the hour of coaching.
Yep.
And all that sort of shit as well. So
okay,
that's the estimate there. So
how many clients do you want to be signing on per week?
So this is something really, really simple that I think every coach should be focusing on. And it becomes really, really, like, they'll see this testimonial, right? And they'll say like, okay, he makes over $1 million a year or whatever. But I never thought I would make $1 million a year. And I don't even think that I'm going to make $3 million a year. I'm not going to look at it that way because it's a massive, overwhelming number that it will just go like, no one sees that. No one can sort of grasp that. But I broke it down to something really, really simple. And it was, when I first started, I was like, I need to get one person a week. That was it, right? I need to get one person a week. And I'm only allowed to lose one a month. That was it, right? And then when we grew a bit more, we got more coaches and I started to get more staff. It was, I need to get 2 clients a week and I'm only allowed to lose 2 a month maximum, right? If I don't, I have to make it up and get another one somehow, right? And then like up until recently, it was 3 clients a week. I need to get 3 clients a week. I'm only allowed to lose 3 a month. And now to get 5 clients a week, I'm only allowed to lose maximum 5 a month. So then your net client rate, like the net client ratio, you're always getting more. So, and it made it really, really simple. And I found that it just becomes so much less overwhelming. It's like, okay, like, is it Wednesday and have we got clients? No, we haven't got clients. And then we maybe need to be doing something, right? So,
I don't know. I think it's brilliant because like, you and I always laugh about this stuff because we can't make it too complicated. As soon as stuff gets too complicated, I know I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. And that's it. Even if we're saying, all right, sweet, earning $3 million a year. But at the end of the day, the one number that we want to be looking at is 5 clients being signed on this week? Yes, no. Do you mean? If not, we need to do something, change. If yes, great. Do you mean, how do we improve upon the process and move from there? I think that's where you're doing it so well.
Yeah. And I think like a lot of people get, like, you can do that by sitting on Facebook without even running ads.
Yeah.
You know, you can write content and you can message people that engage with your content. Like if they like it, I would send them a message. Like, hey, how's your training going? And it was something so fucking simple because I didn't know how to run ads. You know, like I had no idea. Eventually, when I started doing more work, we started doing more work on the ad side. We eventually got that stuff down pat. But like now we're still working on it, right? We're still trying to understand it even more and more and more. And it's always changing as well. So it makes it even harder. And unless you have that time or you have someone that can run your ads, you know, it makes it a really tough job. But yeah, I think keeping it really simple is a big thing here because, you know, when you first get out of being a personal trainer, let's say out of the PT school, for an example, it's like, okay, now I need to get hours, you know, and it's pretty simple if you only decide that you need to get 1 a week, you know, and that can be enough people. Like it sucks at the start for the first few weeks, it sucks. But after 6 weeks, you've got 6 clients, you know, and to train with you twice a week, that's 12 hours of work. If you're charging $100 an hour, that's $1,200 a month, you know? Like this is
simple math at the end of the day as well. Like, and that's the thing. I hope a lot of coaches understand what Aaron just said there, because let's just say, for example, if Aaron's signing on 5 new clients into the business each week, and he knows that the profit from each client is $12,000, that's an extra $60,000 coming through each and every week, compounding on top of each other. Like, it's just, think of the numbers at the end of the day when you have this simple process on board. Do you mind sharing kind of like just the process on how you're actually bringing in, say, attracting leads and then getting them on board? Because I think this will be a nicer eye-opener.
The onboarding stuff is getting better. And that's something we really work on because I believe that's something that can, we're a face-to-face company mostly. We do some online stuff, as you know, but we live in a city with roughly 1 million people. So it's not the biggest city. It's not like Melbourne or Sydney or, you know, LA or anything.
New York, yeah.
So, you know, we need to sort of nurture our leads in a way, right? So, so keeping them is really, really important. Yeah. As for getting them, we have multiple avenues. We employ a cold calling company and we buy lists from external sources, and we sort of segment those lists to people who make a certain salary or live in a certain neighborhood, or, you know, and we employ a cold calling company. We train the cold calling company to to do sales or to book us intros over the phone. And those work pretty well. Not as well, but as like a Facebook ad, because a Facebook ad, the person is taking action on their problem. So there's the difference there. So the conversion rates are not as good. You're looking at like a 40% conversion rate, where we get like 55 on Facebook or something. So, but yeah, in terms of the people that come in, they are generally people that are more targeted, because we've given the list onwards. So we bought the list, and we do it that way. So yeah, Facebook ads is one way. We just run simple funnels, basically a problem video and then retargeting with a lead ad, like really, really simple stuff. But we're building something out for the next year. Like right now we're working on it, where we have basically like small problems. Like because our clients are super busy. So we noticed like the watch through rates of a lot of our videos, even if they're really engaging, are not so high, because our clients just won't sit. If they see like 3 or 4 minutes on a timer down the bottom corner, they won't watch the whole thing. Yeah, so we worked out that we need to do 1 minute videos as the awareness video, and then we need to do a consideration video, which is another minute, retargeting 50%, and then a lead ad at the end for to get them in for an intro session. So we have one campaign that's a grid campaign, another campaign that's a straight shooter campaign, which is like interest targeting, for certain things like business topics and all that sort of stuff, different politicians. And we just go straight to the point. We take on the old ad was 12 clients a month. If you want to be one of those 12, they'll sign up. Type. Really straight, honest, takes 1 minute type video. And that works okay as well. And then we have a branding campaign, which basically we talk about testimonials, case studies, and stuff like what we're doing now in a way. And then we will insert the branding campaign into the consideration phase of the first campaign as well. So we'll supports that aspect. So just in case they're sitting on the fence of actually coming in and buying, because they haven't seen enough social proof, we can just send those touch points to them as well. With our content, our daily content, this is also our 4th campaign. We take photos of clients every single day, and we document client stories. So we talk about client results, or we'll talk about what the problems they came here with, or why they signed up. If their wife now likes them or some shit, or just make up some funny stuff. And have a bit of a joke around as well. And we boost those posts for like €1 a day. So cheap, €1 a day. Just boosting those posts back again into the consideration phase, and then of the first funnel, and into we boost them to friends of the people who like the page. So a lot of the clients see it, so it works on retention, because they see the community aspect of people getting results and they're happy for each other. So a lot of people think that's wasted money because we're marketing to our clients. It's not wasted money, because it affects our retention, and that's a massive thing. So
that's why a client is worth 12,000.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so that's a big thing. But yeah, okay, we'll talk about onboarding, and I think this is where a lot of coaches will go wrong. So we have a lead ad. Let's say it's a lead ad. They sign up. After they sign up, they a Woofu form. Hopefully they do it. Once they all, which is basically a form, is a survey asking a few questions about why they signed up and how interested they are, and we go through those things. A coach will then immediately call them. Right. This is a big thing. This is one thing we notice as well. If we leave that call from that lead form, we leave that for over an hour, the difference that makes is massive to the conversion.
That's so good.
So we have basically one guy who works on our systems and operations. He also manages our sales systems. Really, really smart techie guy. And he basically put it through Pipedrive. He calls them on the phone, and he books it in for, asks them a ton of questions over the phone, books it in for the coach that he feels will be the best fit for that person. That coach then gets a calendar invite for the session. The coach will then see the guy's email. He'll shoot them a video. The coach will shoot them a video on an app called Bonjoro.
Yeah, I love Bonjoro.
Yeah. Shoot them a video. Send them a video talking about what they write in their Woofu form, or what the sort of message it was between the sales guy and the coach, what they're interested in, what they want to achieve. The coach will then talk about what he likes to help people achieve. Maybe they're a little bit matched up. And then, he says I'm going to call you the night before your intro. So he'll text them and call them the night before the intro, make sure everything's okay. You know, so they feel a little bit less pressure when they come in, right? Because I think like a lot of PTs, they say 70% of people turn up to the intro. They just don't turn up, right? Or you, like most online stuff as well, it's like they don't turn up for the call. Like they just start to back out in the last second. But it's mostly because they don't trust themselves. They're, you know, lacking self-confidence and don't believe they can follow through after they were to buy. You know, they really want to buy, but then they think they can't follow through. They can't do what's required. So you have to jump on the phone and you have to handle that objection before they even come in for the intro, you know, and take the pressure off. And if they feel like that maybe it's a little bit too much, okay, let's catch up for a coffee then at a cafe across the road. Don't even come to the gym, you know? So, you know, that might be the thing we have to do. Or you might say, all right, man, cool. I understand. Let's meet up for lunch next week then. Let's meet up for lunch. So we'll go for lunch with them instead, right? So it depends on how we actually hold the intro sessions. It can be very, very different. During like a gym intro session, we will take them through an FMS test, you know, FMS, functional movement screen, some PRI stuff, some different assessments, some breathing assessments, a modified Cooper's test, and then like obviously a question, like if you sitting down in the lounge, talking about what they're trying to achieve, what they want to get out of this, and all that sort of the basic stuff, some motivational interviewing and all that sort of stuff. So have a chat with them, then we go to the test and we show them all the problems they have. And we tell them how it's going to fix it, the roadmap to fixing the problems, what they're to expect in certain periods and certain checkpoints, you know, and then what's required from them. And then we make a sale. Once we made the sale, we let them go home. They're gonna experience some buyer's remorse. This is always the way, right? They nearly always experience buyer's remorse. So we know roughly when that sort of happens. It's when they get home and they tell it to their wife, you know, most of our clients. So then we'll jump on video and we'll shoot them a personalized video on Facebook Messenger. We'll add them on Facebook during the intro, and we'll shoot them a personalized video on Messenger, saying about how excited we are to work with them. You know, thank them so much for coming today, having the confidence for turning up and buying and trusting you, like trusting me with helping change their life and all that sort of stuff, being grateful straight away. Then the first time they come in, they get a wow pack, which gives them like a protein shaker, a sweat towel, I don't know, some protein powder, some fish oil, and some random shit. So we give them and that's also to see the fact that we have supplements here to sell.
Yes.
Right. So a lot of people forget the fact that you can make money other ways, right? And we also give them a meal. So we also have food to sell.
Yes.
So that's another. So we give them a meal during the first session, and they go, "Fuck, these guys have food. It tastes really good." And I can come to the gym and I can grab my food and I can go, you know. So that's a really big thing as well. So that's including the wow packs. They're called wow packs. After 1 month, right? After every single session, the coach needs to send them a message the day after, a recap of the yesterday's session. Yesterday we did this. It was a 5 kilo increase on last week's bench press. You know, it looks like you have a ton more energy. This stuff has a massive effect on how someone feels. So, you know, if you think about this, it sounds like a lot of work for the coaches, but if the coaches only need to do this for 12 different people, it's not that much work.
No.
So,
and it's a system as well. So it's very like quick, easy, efficient strategy to get through.
Yeah. And we have Asana, which tells every coach what they need to do every single day. And then they have to check it off. And then we have a client success guy who makes sure that all those tick boxes get checked. And he's allowed to check up on all the coaches' social media as well. So, makes it really, really simple. Okay, 1 month in, we give them a training shirt because then that welcomes them to the community. In the 1 month point, they take them out for a coffee in a different cafe it's not allowed to be inside the gym. It has to be in a different scenario. We'll look at the goals. We'll talk about the goals again, and then we'll just talk about their life. And then we give them a Selkirk shirt. And the difference that makes is absolutely massive. If you give it to them the first session, they feel like it's something you give to everyone. Yeah, when you feel like when you make them work, they've earned it. So you know you're no longer a prospect. So you get the shirt, and then I send them a video. That's the day I send them a video, and then I really welcome them to the company.
Nice. I like that. Head honcho comes swooping in.
Yeah, so that's how that works. 2 months in, this is again, all the coaches get notifications to start prepping this stuff. 2 months in, after the client signs up, we need to buy them a personalized gift. So like yesterday, I bought my client, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I got my client's gift delivered. You know, the saying coffee is for closers.
Yeah.
So I got him a big canvas for for his VC fund, like next to the coffee machine,
So good.
saying coffee is for closers, and yeah, that cost me a fair bit of money, but like, here's a client that's worth a ton of money. He's got me 5 clients so far in the few months that he's been training with me. He actually invested in my company in the end. So he's one of the investors, and he got that. So we buy him a personalized gift. In the 3-month period, during the first session, we have to take a Polaroid photo with them. We take 2 Polaroid photos. One goes on the wall, and the other one gets stored in the drawer here for the coach to send to them at the 3-month period with a handwritten letter and a massage voucher. Right? So yeah, if you look at customer retention and client satisfaction, it's the first 100 days that really, really count. So yeah, we focus over 90 days. Generally it gets stretched out to 100 because of waiting on presents and, booking the coffee and all that sort of stuff. It ends up being over 100 days, but the plan is that it ends up, 100 days, you really focus on that customer life cycle, and you can turn that person into a massive fan. At the 3-month period, that's when you also send them all the referral vouchers. So you give them 5 referral vouchers for their 5 closest friends. Mm-hmm. At that point, they've got a really good relationship with you. So asking for a referral straight off the bat is the wrong way to do it. You got to build that sort of know, like, and trust factor where they can really, really trust that you're going to help their friend, not just that you're after some money.
Yeah.
So, and then they're in the community and they want to bring people into this positive thing. And then you've given them all this value and all this support that they never thought they were going to get. And it makes it very, very easy for the coaches in the end.
I love this. I do. I totally love this. And that's the thing. That's the difference between getting a client that might be worth 1, maybe 2,000. Do you know what I mean? To having a client that's worth 12,000. Like, you're at least 10 timing their value. And again, just for everyone watching, think of the numbers. If you're signing on 5 clients a week and they're each worth 12, that's an extra 60,000 per week that you're adding on top of the income as well. So it's just a compounding system and an engine of being able to come into it. I tell you what, Aaron, what would you say to the dudes and dudettes right now that just call BS on this, still don't believe it? They looking at from the horse's mouth right now. What would you say?
I understand. I understand. That's the first thing. Like, I never thought I would be as successful as what we are. And granted, I did get very lucky, but you do create your own luck in a way. I do work long days and I don't have many holidays. I work all weekend, every weekend. I have half a day Saturday off. That's my rule. Half a day Saturday. So that's the only time I have off. And, next year I planned in advance that I would take 1 long weekend every 2 months. And I told my investors that that's all I'm doing, and that's just the way I am as well. So yeah, it takes a lot of work, but you try and make it really, really simple by doing those really, really simple things of getting 1 client a week or 2 clients a week or 3 clients a week, whatever the systems are that you have and your goals. But like for us, I know that we can get 950 leads next year. I know that we can do that. Right. And I believe that's the bare minimum. And, so once you've tried, and like I'd say the last 3 years, I've still been trying and testing, and we're still trying and testing as we go, but we have a bit more of an idea on how to use a few different platforms. And I completely get where people think bullshit. I get it. Like, I've been there, and I still think bullshit to people that are making crazy amounts of money. But then again, I have some clients that are making 50,000 euros an hour. So, it's, the money is out there, but I don't know how to convince the person that says bullshit, because I think that skepticism will always be there.
Totally. I totally understand that.
Until they get to that point. I think just make it really simple. Keep it really, really simple and just keep going at it, even when it feels like it's not really going anywhere. Because a lot of the time, I think a lot of people, they put these Facebook ads up, or they put content out. It doesn't get likes, doesn't get shares, doesn't go viral the first fucking bit of content you do. Like, none of my content gets liked or shared. Like,
I actually just looked this up. So how many clients are on board?
I think it's 178. Let's say it's 180 because it's easier numbers.
All right,
180.
And
yeah,
180. And Aaron has 1,240 followers.
Yeah.
So which I think is just important, because it shows the importance of not having to grow your social media following, actually grow your business. There's a very big distinction. I remember actually being in a mastermind this guy walked in. He'll probably crack the 50 million mark this year. This guy that taught for a few hours. And he was like, I caught myself trying to write an Instagram post this morning. It was taking me an hour. And I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. This is not going to make me any money anyway. What's the point of me wasting so much time? And I think that's a really important thing. Like, yes, you can be producing content, but do you know if you're doing it for a specific purpose that will actually build your business? Because if not, stop doing it.
Yeah, because a lot of my clients, where are my clients? They don't sit there and consume shit on Facebook. They're not going to watch a YouTube video. They're not going to watch a video that's more than 1 minute long. So what's the point of me ever fucking sitting down, creating a ton of content, right? I got a guy who's an amazing content creator. I pay him 1,200 euros a month. He's at my gym 40 hours a week. He gets his salary for coaching hours as well. And I just say, go for it, dude. I don't really care. Like, these are your boundaries. Stick within your boundaries and just get some shit done, put some photos up, write some blog articles, help me with stuff, be my assistant. And he started to mold into other roles as well. Like he's there. Because he understands people really, really well, and I'm sometimes a terrible boss. So he has to like sit me down and go, Aaron, don't speak to that guy that way. He'll get upset. So like and he helps me understand myself as well, and then just completely refocus the shit I'm good at, because there's not much point me putting Facebook statuses out. It doesn't really do much for me. Like if you check how much I post on Facebook, is like maximum once a week. So I don't remember the last time I put an Instagram picture up. Like I really don't remember. I don't, like LinkedIn, I don't do shit. I message people on Facebook, like private message, and then we talk that way. And because my customer value is so high, I'd rather just message my current clients. And then I'm in a position where I can say to all my clients, hey guys, we need to scale this business. And like, I have 9 investors. I could say to them in January, once I sign the paperwork, now you all have to get me 5 clients, and they will go and get me 5 clients, right? 5 clients times 9, times 11, lifetime value. Yeah. But that's about building relationships. I don't believe it's always building relationships by sitting there talking about, like, my clients don't fucking care. Like they don't want to hear about my best fat loss strategies for, like, it just doesn't fucking matter. Like, they don't care. So, like again, it depends on who you're trying to go for, what type of clients you're after. If you do want to get fitness people, that maybe that's the better way to get them, but I'm just not going to waste time. Like we just, with our content's a little bit of funny stuff and, some stories of like client success stories all the time. And that's just acts as testimonials. And as soon as clients put their face on our like Facebook page, or Instagram page, it just works better. And we just boost those posts to people who are on the fence about buying our product. Yeah, that's it.
100%. So, it's exactly what we're going to do with this video as well. So everyone's watching, most likely that's what's happening right now. So cop that. All right, dude, let's make this practical. What's the one thing do you want the coach that's watching right now to actually do, to take action on from now?
I'd say jump on a call with you is the first thing. I know a lot of people are really, really skeptical about marketing mentors. And the reason why they're really skeptical is a lot of people want the $1 million business, but then they don't want to do the 15 hours a day work and the little bullshit stuff that doesn't seem like, it's the unattractive stuff. When you look at social media and these social media fucking business guys, and then they like, not like mentors, but like the ones who say they're bowling,
Yeah.
And,
look at me in my jet.
Yeah, look at me in my jet with my fucking Mac laptop, and then, this girl giving me drinks, and, like I'm always in the cafe. I'm always sitting in the cafe with my laptop, and this shit doesn't happen. It barely happens. Like it's crap. Like being an entrepreneur sucks a lot of the time. And a lot of people become an entrepreneur because they want to get rid of having a boss. And the truth is, I have 180 bosses plus 15 staff who are also my bosses. I work for them. They don't really work for me anymore. Like, that's not really how it works. So, and if you want to be an entrepreneur to get rid of your boss, that's the worst thing. You have one boss, you have one boss, and it's a lot harder. So yeah, I'd say take action and understand that when you do jump on a call, when you do get a mentor, whether it's you or even someone else, the mentor is not going to do the fucking work for you. And like me and you have gone backwards and forwards with launching my online stuff at many a times. And I'm a big guy on focus. So I really, if I see something that's just like taking my attention, and I'm like, I sit there and I do the maths, and I be real with myself and like, hey, this isn't going to work for me. right now. So now I need to divert focus back to this and just focus and nail the one thing. But yeah, jump on a call, get a mentor, whoever it is. I really like you. You make stuff really, really simple. But understand that when you do it, you have to put in the work, and don't expect results for 6 months. I always say, like, you should not think about it for the first six months. And then at one point, sometimes it will just go, boom. Then you, like, one day you get 50 leads. Yep. You know, like, fuck, what do I do? But that's all the sort of, I don't know, like, equity you've built up over that period of time, that social equity in a way that you built up over that period of time. And then you put the right ad out, the right offer at the right time, and then everyone was like, fuck yeah, now it's the right time for me. And everyone felt the exact same way. And then you got 50 leads, right? And a lot of people think that they're going to put one ad and then they're going to get 100 leads and they're going to get a calendar full. And it's like, fuck off. Like, it just doesn't happen, like, I'm still testing shit, like every fucking day. So
I appreciate you sharing that, because that's the thing is you spend so long of having to pivot and make these tiny, small, like 2 millimeter changes. But then it's finally, once you actually hit that mark, as you said, it suddenly starts coming in. Everyone goes, oh my God, he just put that one ad out and everything came through. Like, this is the fancy magic funnel. It's like, no, dude, you haven't seen, do you mean the year, 2 years of hard work that I've just done behind the scenes? It's actually built up to this point that everyone disregards. It's like the 2-year overnight success. Like, you've got to dedicate yourself. So I do really appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem. I think that's why a lot of, like, mentors and business mentors cop a lot of shit. Like, they all fucking do, because, like, one person doesn't get results or a few people don't get results. And, and then I look at those people and then I'm like, no fucking wonder, like, no wonder you didn't get results. Like, you don't do shit. Like, you're not doing anything. Like, if you look at my social media as well, though, it looks like I don't do anything, right? Yeah. But it's a different business.
Exactly.
So, but, like, a lot of people think that, it's just going to happen, and it doesn't happen overnight. But it could be at the 6-month period when you're thinking everything's going to crap and it's not working. The next day, someone could get a hold of your ad, right? And you could, like, well, we did, like, we've been trying to get, like, corporate deals for about 6 months, right? And then one day, one guy from one company signed up through a Facebook ad for himself. A week later, he bought his whole, like, executive team, like 10 people, coaching for 9 months upfront, right? So, like, 2 times a week with a coach, for 9 months. Well, you got it for 3 months, and then he extended it for another 6 months just recently, and, like, that's technically enough. I can pay all my costs with that one deal. Like, for my gym runs at, like, break even just from that one deal. Yeah. And, and we've been trying to get this shit for ages, but, like, it was about the fact that we built a brand, and he went to our website and he saw some testimonials of people that we work with, and then he signed up for the ad. So, and then he messaged and he's like, hey guys, like, I don't know if where our building is across the road. We'd like to meet up with you. And, and, like, so you never really know, like, what's going to come out of it in the end. And a lot of people just aren't fucking patient enough. Business sucks. Like, it really sucks.
Well said. That's the thing. It's not glamorous. It's dirty. And you've got to be, do you mean, with a whiteboard behind you in an office grinding away for a long time before you're going to see some results. So I appreciate you actually planting that seed, because if everyone walks away from watching us right now, at least knowing that they're going to have to put some hard yakka in and it's going to take some time, I think you've done the entire fitness industry a huge good. And I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. But I think, like, I got to work at 7 yesterday morning and I finished work at 10:45 last night. Right. So, I had a podcast at 9:30 and then I was like messaging people to jump on my podcast and up until just before 11, I think. So maybe even after 11, and, like, it's just a lot of people don't want to do it. Like, it's the crap stuff, that's what, I guess that's what sets you aside from being an employee to an employer.
100%. I totally agree.
So you have to look at the hours you're not paid for, and then look at those hours you're not paid for it as investment, and you're always learning as well, right? So like from this, I've learned a ton, and I know that if let's say I went bankrupt and I needed to find a job, I could get jobs that paid me $300,000, $400,000 a year.
Yeah. 100%.
You know? So
you build
like
the skills up through the actual hard work.
Yeah, so that's a big benefit as well. So you got to look at it as another way. It's like, I think it's a massive, like, what does education cost? You know, so, and, you know, so that's a big thing as well. That's what I look at. It's like, okay, like I get the amazing ability to work with these fucking geniuses of business guys, and I get mentored by them when they charge 30 grand for a 1 hour speech, you know, like 1 hour keynote, and I get them 3 times a week for 1 hour, and I can ask them whatever the fuck I want. So I'm like, I told them I would train them free, you know, like, and then they also said I would pay you double to work with you more, like, you know, so, and that's really cool. But like, and now they're all my investors, so I get them even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Like, I just made a fair bit of money. I took some risk off the table, sold 22% of the company. I get to buy my own apartment and then 2 investment apartments. So, you know, whenever a company always goes bankrupt, and that's what people always need to remember as well. It's just a matter of when. Every company goes bankrupt. Yeah, when that happens, my plan is to sell the company in 4 years. So there you go. Nice. That gives you an idea.
Nice.
And what these investors want me to sell it for is nothing below 30 million in 4 years. Euro. So I think that's 55 million Australia.
Yeah, 55 mil Australia.
Yeah. So that's what their plan is. So yeah.
It's on, and I know you'll do it. Do you know what I mean? You've been able to absolutely crush it. You're putting the work in each and every day, and I appreciate you sharing this, Aaron. I really do, mate. You're an absolutely legend of a dude. I'm very happy to call you a friend, and being able to see you kick ass is just one of the coolest things ever. So, dude, thank you.
Thank you for your support, mate. Really appreciate it. It's been fun. It's still fun.
Dude, there's a lot more fun to come as well.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Now, this is where I want to make sure that you get the most out of being here, and I want to hear from you. So if you've enjoyed this episode, click like, and to make sure I can send you the new episodes each and every week, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, I really want to make sure that I'm giving you exactly what you need. So comment below. I want to know what you're going to take away from this episode. And the best conversations after every episode always happen in the Breaking Success Tribe. I'll pop a link below for you to join the free group so you get access to the guides, the live streams. I'm in there answering your questions personally each and every day, plus you get all the episodes as well. So thank you so much for being here and joining us. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.